Palworld 1.0 is finally here, bringing a massive wave of changes to the Palpagos Islands. Whether you're a survival veteran or completely new to this type of game, setting up your first home is make or break. Today I'm going to show you how to build the ultimate beginner base to completely future-proof your early game. I'm running this on normal difficulty, but this setup is so efficient it'll work on any setting you choose. Now, full disclosure, I've never really been a Pokemon fan, but with this game, it grabbed my attention in all of the right ways. Having pals around to automate the grind makes the world feel more alive, exploring the mysteries of the map is incredibly addictive, and the location we're building today is so close to the initial spawn but is packed with strategic advantages. We're talking about a mountaintop fortress with 8 active ore nodes ready to go, natural raid defense, close proximity to an early boss, the first tower with Zoe, and a near syndicate camp where we can rescue free pals every day. I'm the Lord of Sin, this is Sin's Arcade, and let's get started building the best beginner base in Palworld 1.0. We name our map, customize our character, get completely looks maxed, and head out, only to wake up on a beach with a mysterious tablet that seemingly dies immediately. Classic survival game start. Moving up from the initial spawn, we make sure to grab the journal page and a chest. We want to start beating up a few wild pals for early food source, which you'll see me doing as we head towards our destination. Don't worry, we'll return here later with plenty of spheres to actually capture them, and sometimes just beat them up for food. Along the path, we meet a scouting party survivor with a grim tale of abandonment and ferocious fire pals. Conveniently, our beach tablet starts working again, and the scout updates it with the official survival guide. This handy tutorial reference hybrid has been completely reworked for the 1.0 update, so definitely keep it in mind. First things first, I set down a basic crafting bench, make a wooden club to secure more food, and gather essential wood and stone. A quick word of warning for beginners: mind your inventory. It may not want to be encumbered on the trek to your permanent home. Just grab enough to get started and snag some berries off the bushes for easy sustenance. As we walk, keep your eyes on the ground for loose sticks, stones, paldium fragments, and wild eggs. As a pro tip for early game travel, you'll want to capture a Cativa as soon as possible. Their passive ability increases your maximum carrying capacity, which is a lifesaver before you can level up your stats. We also chat with any NPCs we find to pick up side missions and unlock those glowing dragon fast travel statues. We also chat with any NPCs we find to pick up side missions. This one, for example, will allow us to take a special dish to a small settlement nearby with a lot of additional things and people for us to talk to. So it's worthwhile for us to take that trip out there. Stick around, we're going to be going out there soon, next episode. As we close in on the first tower, we unlock the core technologies needed to establish our base. Now, this video represents about 2 hours of real gameplay, and I've sped up the monotonous gathering parts to save your valuable time. Just east of the first tower and up the stone stairs lies a Rain Syndicate camp. They keep captured pals in cages here, and you can actually bust them open every day for a free pal without taking much damage, if at all. Just let your pal distract the guards and pick the lock and recruit the new ally. Because these rescues don't cost you a single pal sphere, you can occasionally land rare pulls early like this Flamel I just conscripted. Once the camp is clear, head back around back, you'll find a rising wind updraft. Jump into it to glide right up the cliff overlooking the camp. We're on our way to our new home. Before we build, I grab a Lift Monk effigy on the rocks. You'll want to grab these at Palstone statue to boost your capture rate. If you're a returning player, 1.0 introduces a new fantastic quality of life change. You can now get mini-mog effigies from capturing only 5 of any PAL type, down from the old requirement of 12. These new effigies will be used at the same statue to permanently upgrade your movement speed. Both are absolutely mandatory if you want to become a master tamer. Now, we place the PAL box right at the edge of the ore deposits, officially securing our plane. This spot allows us to fast travel and manage our base. While the specific PAL you rescue from the Syndicate camp is up to RNG, I do highly recommend securing at least one Cativa for the carry wheat and a Herbil for their resuscitation passive. Early on, your character is incredibly squishy, and these passives act as a safety net. Next, we lay down beds, campfires, and a feed box. Campfires are crucial because they ward off the freezing night debuffs for you and your workers. This is also where we cook up the meat we gathered earlier. Keep in mind, raw ingredients and basic meals don't offer much sanity recovery for your pals, but it keeps them fed. While players don't have to worry about sanity, your pals absolutely do if you want to keep them working. And here's a massive pro tip for food management. Every food item has a spoiling timer. However, if you queue up enough meals at a campfire but forbid your pals from transporting them to the food box, the timer never starts. Prepared food sitting on the cooking station stays fresh forever, keeping them there until you're ready to eat them yourself if you want. If you're leaving the base for a long expedition, though, make sure you leave your pals the ability to move them to the feed box so they don't starve while you're gone. While this location we have is an absolute gold mine for ore, it is a bit light on wood and stone early on. Until we can unlock automated quarries, we'll use the natural trees inside our base boundary, which respawn quickly, and close the nearby rope bridge near the Chillet boss area for stone. Don't worry, the Chillet won't attack you unless you strike first, so mine in peace. With some basic housing built and our PAL box upgraded, we need to gather a workforce. PALs with lumbering, mining, and kindling skills are a top priority. We head back to the Hill of Beginnings to stock up on low-level PALs. An early capture strategy early on is don't be picky. Catch everything. Not only does catching 5 of any kind net you those mini-mog speed effigies, but duplicate PALs can be condensed later to supercharge your favorites. Plus, PALs roll with random passive traits that can massively buff or nerf their efficiency and efficacy in your home or in your party. Remember, to maximize your catch rate, whittle their health down and always throw your sphere at their sides or their backs for a backstrike bonus. Back at base, I've expanded my shack and put down a ranch. Ranches are incredibly important because they let you farming class pals passively generate resources. Right now, our crew consists of Flambell on cooking duty, Kativa on hauling and handiwork, Herbil on planting, and Lamball for wool. Now I'm swapping Lamball out for Chickpea as our start farming eggs, which are a much better food source than wild berries. Remember, you can always pick up a pal and manually throw them at a station to temporarily override their AI priorities. To finish our early game checklist, I craft the common shield and the normal parachute. The shield absorbs a few hits before recharging, giving you room for error, while the parachute gives you much needed mobility. They're both low tier and they're game changers for early survival. To keep our crops going, we set up a berry plantation. Currently, I don't have a water type pal, so watering duty falls on me and we'll fix that very soon. While exploring to round out our collection, I make sure to capture a fox sparks. You'll eventually unlock a harness that turns this adorable fox into a literal high-damage flamethrower. Fire is arguably the strongest element in the game, and it will be your main tool for melting early bosses.
That you walk inside, you wear that look that says you've already picked a side. Every word's another match, every glance another spot.
I also mark a nearby lake on my map, as it's a fantastic fishing spot for later. Don't forget to use custom map icons to keep track of key points of interest.
time I swear I'm done, you're the first thing on my mind. We're standing on enemy lines, drawing borders in the sand, always finding reasons not to understand. You say go.
Once we reach level 8, we unlock the logging site and the stone pit. Now we will never have to leave base for basic building materials again. I only build one of each to keep our PAL labor focused. Another quick layout tip, I did place a second feed box right next to these extraction sites. It prevents your workers from wasting precious time walking across the base just to grab a bite. If you have any clever base layouts, please drop them in the comments. I'd love to feature your ideas in a future video, especially with credit.
I rolled my eyes and looked away, like it meant nothing to me. Every victory feels empty, every silence lasts too long. Maybe we've been fighting for something all along. Why does every goodbye feel heavier than it should? Why does walking away never feel that good? We're standing on enemy lines, drawing borders in the sand, always finding reasons not to understand. You say go, I hear stay, every battle ends the same. If I hate you this much, why do I remember your name? Maybe this isn't anger, maybe it's unfinished time. Maybe every sharp-edged word is hiding another life. If we were strangers truly, I'd forget you by the dawn. So why do you keep echoing long after you've gone? We're standing on enemy lines, hearts refusing to retreat. Every wall we built together crumbles underneath our feet. Call it pride or call it fate, call it anything you need. But if this war is over, will you finally look at me? The room falls quiet, the dust still hangs.
At level 8, we also unlock the Crusher, which breaks down materials into secondary resources, and the monitoring stand. The stand lets you adjust your PAL's work ethic. Since we don't have medicine to cure sick or stressed PALs yet, keeping your workload balanced is key. Like in RimWorld, maintaining the physical and mental health of your colony is paramount to survival. Because this base sits on a sheer mountaintop, it is incredibly easy to defend. High-level raids struggle to pathfind up here, giving you complete control over when and if you want to engage them for rewards. This isn't a permanent endgame base location, but as a launch pad, it's unmatched. Having 8 ore node deposits right at your doorstep future-proofs your metal progression the second you start smelting ingots. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey today. Hopefully these tips will help you dominate your early game in Palworld 1.0. This series is officially entering the channel rotation for Sins Arcade as we wrap up our 100,000 population city of Chamois and City Skylines. Next Friday, however, we will be headed back to Chamois to establish our much needed oil industry. That will be on the 24th. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment down below to help the channel grow, and hype the video if you're on mobile, please. I'm the Lord of Sin, this is Sins Arcade, and I'll see you next time in Palworld.